Hey guys, and welcome once again to this channel. If you have been here and if you haven't, it is so very nice of you to pass by. I do hope that you hit the subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, then make sure that you turn on the bell so that you get notified whenever I upload and that you never have to miss a video. So for today's video, I'm going to be making this hanging pot or plant or flowers or however you want to make this, but basically this is like a hanging plant. It would be perfect for like an outdoor space, like a patio, a balcony, or something like that. I don't have an outdoor space, but this would be perfect for that. So if you want to see how I made this, then just keep on watching. So first of all, let's go over the items that you will need. By the way, everything I got for this DIY is from the Dollar Tree, aside from like my hot glue gun. So the things that you will need are some flowers, of course, some floral moss. You can get the brown one or the green one, whichever you prefer. Some nautical looking rope. And at first I thought I would use some twine to change the hanging chain that the item brought, but I ended up just using it. So if you wanted to change it, then you could use twine, but if not, then you could just leave it as is. The first thing I'm doing is removing the chain, because since you're going to be actually filling the basket with some items, then you don't want the chain to be in the way, but this is easily removable and it's just as easy to put it back. After I do that, I just turn the basket upside down, and then I'm going to take the rope and I'm going to measure the hole that's in the basket in the middle, and then I'm going to hot glue the rope into a circle that is slightly bigger than the hole in the center so that I can cover that hole. Doing this is super easy. You just start by folding the end of your rope into like a U shape sort of, and then you hot glue that corner, and then you just kind of go from there, turning the rope into a circle. It's very easy. It's just a little time consuming. Actually, the entire project, since it is covered in the same rope, is a little time consuming, but just put on a show while you do this and you should be fine. So once you know that your rope circle is big enough to cover the hole, then you want to hot glue that circle onto the hole. And then from there, you just want to keep the rope going around the entire basket. So you're just going to be placing dots of glue on the wire lines of the basket, and then just keep turning and keep doing that. You could also hot glue rope to rope, like bottom to top, but I think that's a little much, and when I was actually done with the entire project, I felt that it was very sturdy and I didn't really need to do that, but it's completely up to you. So obviously one rope won't be long enough to cover the entire thing, so you're going to need multiples, but you are going to need to connect them so that they look cohesive and they look like they are one big rope. So what you want to do for that is, first of all, remove the little tape that comes at the end of each rope, because otherwise you're going to have like shiny corners or shiny parts in the rope, and I don't think you really want that. And then once you remove that, you run the risk of the rope kind of like fraying and opening, so you want to hot glue all 3 strands of the rope, if that makes sense. You want to do that on both ropes, and then you place a little bit of hot glue on one end of the rope and then glue the other rope to it. If you hold them very tightly, they are going to look like they're one big rope at the end. So just like last time when I did a project with a rope, I ran out of it, and then I went to Dollar Tree. I went to 4 locations actually, and I could not find the rope anywhere else. So I decided to use some ribbon, some burlap ribbon, and I really like how it turned out at the end. I think I would have still preferred the whole thing to be covered in rope, but this does look pretty cute. It kind of looks like there's a liner inside of the basket folding out of the basket, if that makes sense. So I'm starting by placing the burlap ribbon on the end of the rope, and I'm doing that because once the thing is hung, I want it to have a back side and a front side, so I don't want 2 sides to look like they're a backside, if that makes any sense. So I'm starting by hot gluing the burlap ribbon to the wire in the top. I started also by applying a little bit of hot glue in the bottom of the ribbon, but like I said, I like the look of the ribbon looking like it's a liner going outside, so not gluing the bottom of the ribbon gives it that look. And also, don't mind my phone. I'm watching a soap making video, even though I don't make soaps, but I just like watching the process of it, especially when I'm doing a time consuming project. After covering the top of the basket in one layer of burlap ribbon, I thought that it was a little too translucent, so I went for 2 layers, and then I realized that the ribbon was almost gone, so I did almost 3 layers of the ribbon. I really like the look of it. I think you could get away with 2, but 3 was a very opaque look, so I kind of prefer it that way. Once my basket is completely covered in rope and burlap ribbon, I'm going to start filling it in, and I'm using brown moss to do that. I used 1.5 bags that I had left over from another project. You, I think, would need 2 bags at the very least, and then you want to like pull it apart and fluff it a little bit to give it more volume and make your basket fuller. I did already cut my flowers, but I didn't show it on video because I have done this multiple times before and I didn't want this to become a little too redundant. So I did cut them super, super short, and I did this with wire cutters, which Dollar Tree now carries. So that is super convenient. And then once my flowers are all cut to the size that I want them to be, I'm just going to place them inside the moss. One thing I did want to mention is if you are going to be moving this a lot, then I think you may want to use floral foam instead, because that's going to make your flowers stay exactly in place. But since this will be hanging for me and nobody's going to really touch it, then floral moss is perfectly fine for that. And the way that I place my flowers always is I place them kind of like north, south, east, west, and then I fill in the corners and the center. That gives it a more cohesive look. Once all my flowers are in place, I'm going to be putting back the chain on the basket. If you did want to change the chain to the twine ribbon, then this would be the time to do so. But like I mentioned, I'm just going to be using the chain because since I'm going to be hanging this from my curtain rod is black already. So I thought that making this white or brown would be a little strange, even though it matches the basket, but I just thought that the black would be perfectly fine and there was really no need to change it. So I'm just going to be putting back my chain, and then once I put my chain, this project is basically completely done. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you liked this project. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't already. What are you waiting for? Just click that button. And like I mentioned, I think that this would be so perfect for like a patio or a balcony, or this would be so cute. I'm actually kind of picturing my in-laws porch. This would be perfect for that, and you could just customize this and put whatever flowers you want. If you actually put like blue flowers, this would be a perfect nautical decor also. So I just love how this turned out, and I think it would work for anyone. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you like this.